The Baltimore Ravens have finally made their first outside signing star wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins to a one-year contract. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Ravens Media, bringing Ravens content every single day. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, looking to get it before next season starts. So make sure to subscribe for more. Put out a video earlier today talking about Patrick Ricard, saying I'll be back with the next Baltimore Ravens signing. Hopefully they make one, and they've done it. They finally signed a wide receiver we've been talking about for off seasons. Like, we got to bring in DeAndre Hopkins. Was most recently with the Chiefs, did play in the Super Bowl. Obviously most known for his Texans days, but was very good with Kyler Murray in Arizona. He ended up going to Tennessee as well. He's made some pit stops, but one of the big things about DeAndre Hopkins is we finally have like a veteran, good leader wide receiver in the room. Now, we did have Odell Beckham Jr. for a little bit, but Odell has had some interesting character issues throughout his NFL career. DeAndre Hopkins has been a pretty stable wide receiver for the most part of his career. And when I look at, his statistics last year, he ended up having 610 yards, 437 of them were in his final 10 games with Kansas City. He only had 5 touchdowns, which for DeAndre Hopkins, obviously not that great. 2020 was his last Pro Bowl season. So I don't want people to get too excited about, like, we got prime DeHop. We didn't get prime DeHop. We got DeAndre Hopkins, who at this point in his career, let's see, he is 32 years. He's going to be 33 when the season starts. He's almost 33 years old. But 1 year, $5 million deal, upwards of $6 million total. So we'll see how he's able to perform. But we needed a wide receiver. And when I'm looking at who the Ravens wide receiver 3 was, or their options, right? They could re-sign Nelly. They could re-sign Tylen. I'd much rather have DeAndre Hopkins than either of those players at wide receiver. I still want to re-sign Tylen Wallace. Okay. I love his contributions on special teams. I think he's a fine, backup wide receiver. He's a big playmaker. He can return punts. I think he's a good player. But DeAndre Hopkins is the player that so many Ravens fans have been saying, this is what we need, right? He does not have the speed anymore. He is not going to take the top off the defense. He's not a big playmaker anymore. What he is he's a chain mover. He is a contested catch maker. He has very, very good hands, and he's going to make those difficult catches. Now, some people may point out, hey, he didn't make that catch in the Super Bowl, which was, I believe, at the end of the first half. He's running full speed, right? Reaches the hand out, isn't able to pull it in. And you know what? Honestly, that was a bad play by him. But I felt like Patrick Mahomes still, it seemed like in a lot of those playoff games and a lot of those big games, it felt like DeAndre Hopkins was kind of that go-to guy, for those difficult catches. They ran I don't know if it was technically a fade. It might have been an out route in the playoffs where DeAndre Hopkins was the goal line read and he made the catch, right? DeHop is a very good player. A lot of people call him Nook. That's his other nickname is Nook. But DeHop is what I call him. I don't know why. It just rolls off the tongue easier for me. But I think this is a great signing because we finally got Lamar Jackson, kind of 3 wide receivers where I'm looking at and I'm like, I'm good with this, right? DeHop is our wide receiver 3. Yesterday in our mock draft, I drafted Luther Burden. We are not drafting a wide receiver in the first round anymore. Like, I don't think there's a chance at all because we do have 3 now. And DeHop's not going to be on the field every play. Not at all. Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman are better receivers at this point. I don't want to get that misconstrued, but I'm very excited that we were able to bring in another vet, right? Where a lot of people are saying like, hey, he might be done. He made a good run with Kansas City last year, ended up being pretty solid. And he gets to team up with Lamar Jackson. And it shows Lamar Jackson, hey, we're trying to help this passing game. We saw you throw for 4,000 yards last year. We saw your touchdown to interception ratio. We're going to help you rather than taking weapons away, right? Because we might be losing Mark Andrews. We might be losing Isaiah Likely in the next year. Rashad Bateman, we might be losing at some point in the near future, right? Rather than allowing Lamar Jackson to just say, hey, you be you, right? We know you're great. You're going to be great without these guys. They're still adding. They're getting more options for him. They're trying to help him out. And I think DeHop is going to be a really good mentor for Zay Flowers, for Rashad Bateman, for Tez Walker, for any other rookie that they end up drafting. I think this is a great move for Baltimore. Really excited to see him mesh with Lamar Jackson. The benefit is he has played with a mobile quarterback in Kyler Murray and been dominant. I believe he was a Pro Bowler at least 1 year in Arizona. Yes, 1 year in Arizona, he was a Pro Bowler. So that's very beneficial to have played with a guy that wants you to scramble, move outside. But DeAndre Hopkins is a difficult catch maker. That's basically all he is at this point. Again, doesn't have the legs, doesn't have like, the super quick route running, but he does bring good hands, good leadership, and the ability to make some difficult catches. I think that's valuable for this team. I think it's a good signing for the Ravens. And it just removes kind of a big question mark that we had as to like who's our third wide receiver. So now we can focus on guard, we can focus on pass rusher, and we can focus on corner and that third safety. That's really all we have left. So Eric DaCosta, let's get it done. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe for more. Let me know your comments, your thoughts, your opinions on this signing. Who should the Ravens go after next? And I'll see all of you again with the next Ravens signing or news, or next time I post a video, it'll probably be tomorrow. But thank you so much. See you again then.